Hey, it's Matt from Black Hole Woodworking. Welcome back. Today I'm making a fruit bowl. It's got a bit of a unique design on the outside, so let's give it a shot. I'm starting by using my flat scraper, I think it's about 1 inch across, to create some recesses to expand the jaws of my chuck into. And while I'm here, it's a good idea to flatten that rim too. On the bottom, the first thing I'll do is square up that foot and flatten the bottom of it so that if I need to stick it back in the jaws of the chuck right away for whatever reason, it will fit quite nicely. I'm doing this work with my 1/2 inch spindle gouge. For the side, I'm using the 1/2 inch spindle gouge again and just following the curve that I roughed out a few months ago. Instead of running the spindle gouge off the end, I'll stop and turn it around. That way I don't blow through the fibers and create a bigger issue on the other side. Here I've turned the spindle gouge over and I'm doing a shear cut by cutting on just the right side of the nose of the tool. It gets a very clean cut and reduces the amount of sanding I have to do by quite a lot. So that's a very attractive option for me. To finish off the bottom of the foot, I'm using my flat scraper to give it a bit of a better looking foot. You didn't see me sand, but I did. This is walnut oil. That goes on next in my finishing process. After walnut oil, I'll go to shellac and then beeswax. To get the shellac to go on nicely, I find that it's better to wipe it onto the surface first, kind of in a bit of a flood coat, and then buff it in with the same cloth that I'm using, in this case paper towel. And then the beeswax, I find my wife's favorite candles work well, and once I've kind of rubbed that on the surface like you see, I use the same shellac cloth and rub that in by letting the lathe spin it in. You can kind of watch it melt into the wood if you look really close. For the inside, I'm going to a 1/2 inch bowl gouge. Here I'm trying to undercut the rim a little bit, just to give it a bit more depth. Here I'm using a shear cut with my spindle gouge again. Yes, I am using a spindle gouge on the inside of a bowl because I find that it gives me a really good shear cut. I can't get very deep with it, that's where I have to switch back to a scraper. But for the sides of a bowl and getting that detail that you see, that's that little line between the rim and the hollowed part of a bowl, this spindle gouge works great. The finish on the inside of the bowl is the same as the outside: walnut oil, shellac, and beeswax. Now I've got the basic shape on the outside and the inside done. The only thing left is that foot. The jaws of the chuck have made tiny little dents and I wanted to clean them up. So I pinned the bowl against a flat board with a bit of a sacrificial wood piece there. And once I've done cutting that foot clean, then I apply the same finish as I did, just so that it all matches. This is that little piece I was talking about. And here you go. There's that interesting shape I was talking about. This is it. I like it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.